everybody, it's Alexis from the Bedford Life, and we are in for a treat today because our guest is Jessie, the gardening guru, aka my mom. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how would you rate my gardening skills? Yes, there's hope.
It's really all right because you're damn cute and I made you that way.
Thanks, Mom.
And I'm proud.
Hi, everybody. So what we're going to do today is start off really simple. The first thing that we're going to do is start with some seed packets. Now if you look on the back, it'll actually tell you the optimal time for planting, and that's based on the region that you live in. So it's like color coded, you can figure it out. What are some basic tips that you can offer up as far as planting from seeds? What are 3 good tips that across the board are just general rule of thumb?
You should start with a seed starting mix, not topsoil and not regular potting soil. It's a lighter soil and it allows the little fine roots of the seedlings to start growing, and also for the heads of the seeds to open up and start to grow. The other soils are too heavy. You need to use fresh seeds.
Fresh seeds? What do you mean fresh seeds?
Not ones that have been laying around for 5 years.
Oh, there's like an expiration date on them?
Yes, and it's written on the packages.
So what will happen if I use seeds that are old?
5-year-old seeds that have been laying around will not germinate that well.
2 down and 1 to go. So what's your last really helpful tip when it comes to gardening?
To get yourself a fabulous apron.
Shameless plug. All right. Let's get started.
Start with the thyme seeds. They only need to be sprinkled on top of the soil. Just pat the soil down a little bit so the seeds make contact with the soil. And as far as thyme seeds go, you're done. These are cilantro seeds. They're much bigger. These you sprinkle in, but then you do a little bit more digging with them.
What is that?
Hot peppers.
Nice.
Very hot peppers. Those seeds are also pretty big. So again, they get planted like the cilantro seeds. For the beginner, it would be better if you marked your seed pots so that you knew what you planted. After you've placed your seeds in the pots, then water them thoroughly. If you're going to leave them outside at this time of the year, you can do that, or inside in a very sunny window.
So now that we're done planting the seeds, we're going to move on to
planting the plants.
The reason why the pot is so big is because
if you don't give the plant enough room to grow in, then it just won't perform well. So you want to give it a lot of room.
Now once those seeds start to germinate, like you said, will they need to be transplanted into a larger pot like this? To start with the seeds, basically you can start with a small pot, but if you're dealing with a plant, you want to use a bigger pot to give it more room.
The pot that it will ultimately grow all season in.
Now I learned this last year. You got to drill holes in the bottom of the pots. Drainage is key, otherwise I'm assuming that the water just pools at the bottom and will rot the roots.
Yes.
See, maybe you should have given me a 3 on that score.
Don't push it. What these plants are grown in is a peat pot. So it's actually compressed peat moss, and what happens is you can actually take the plant as is, rip off the bottom, but the rest of the pot can go into the soil. It will break down. It will not, the roots will grow through the pot and into the soil, and the roots are not as disturbed as they would be if you were just ripping them apart.
So you just dig a hole?
And bury it at the same level that it's growing in. Not deeper, not... A little higher isn't bad, but basically the same depth as it's growing in. Give each one of the plants some space and just fill the soil in around it. This pot actually needs a little bit more potting soil, but basically this is the premise. Topsoil is not recommended. It's a much heavier soil meant for the ground itself, not a pot. Always water the pot thoroughly and then wait several days or a day, depending on how hot it is, to water again. The soil should feel dry to the touch on top, and then you water again.
These are great even if you live in the city. You don't have to have a lot of space. All you need is a little bit of sunlight and a little bit of patience.
And water.
Perfect. Now, if you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button below. Go to thebedfordlife.com to join our mailing list. You'll get exclusive promos and discounts on all our fabulous merchandise. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.